Hello everybody, how are you today? Ok, ahora será en español. Hola a todos, ¿cómo están? Espero que estén de lo mejor. Así es, bueno, estamos aquí en el centro de convenciones del estado de Puebla. Estamos pues llevando a cabo lo que es la grabación y las entrevistas con gente importante de la asociación de Ventur Pipiol. Y tengo pues el privilegio de estar aquí con mi compañera Perla, quien hizo o va a hacer algunas entrevistas muy importantes. Así que esténse al pendiente de todo lo que se va a subir en este canal.
Así es, chicos, los invitamos a que se queden con nosotros, vean este contenido que yo creo que les va a encantar, se van a sentir motivados y más que nada pues van a ver algunos de ustedes que tienen esa oportunidad tan brillante como es ser parte de un campamento para Estados Unidos. Hello, so what's your name?
My name's Mike Freed. I'm the program director for CCUSA. I oversee the whole program for all our worldwide offices back in the U.S.
Okay, so tell me about yourself.
I worked at a summer camp for 18 years. I came, I would use CCUSA, an international staffing agency, to hire people for our camp. At that time, Camp Agawak in northern Wisconsin. I then came to work for CCUSA 7.5 years ago. Started in a couple different capacities, but I now oversee 34 country offices and thousands of students that come to work in the U.S. each summer at various summer camps throughout the U.S.
So how do you start this project?
How do I start it? Boy, it is a long process, and it starts the day after camp ends last year. People will be applying for our program, and our camps will start thinking about the people they want to hire for next year. As you can see what happens, people apply, they come. We have camp fairs like this throughout about 12 countries throughout the world, and many other ways we put people out to, people look for people to hire through our staff online through the application process. But it's a lengthy process. People apply in their home country, go through a rigorous application process, then their applications are sent to the U.S. or people are interviewed here at a camp fair and hired directly by the camp. They then have to complete the process, go for their visa interview, make their way to camp, and have a wonderful summer. And then we start it all over again the next year.
Okay, do you have some advices for the rest of the guys?
Sure. I think the best advice is to really be who you are, and we will find the right camp for you. For some areas of the world where English is not the native language, it's a great way to work on and improve your English. For everyone, this is a program that's phenomenal to come and see the United States, meet the people, and to be an ambassador for their country. For people coming from Mexico, it's a wonderful way to see more of the U.S., improve your English, and work at places that you may not normally get to as a tourist. My best advice is always to be patient, to really work on your skills. If you happen to be in support staff roles, to really work on your skills, be it in the kitchen or maintenance or other things that you're available to do. If you're a counselor, what are your skills with children? What is your background in teaching, in coaching, in supervising? And to really work on that throughout the process, as well as to have friends ask you questions and to practice your English.
Okay, do you have a funny memory or I don't know about the camp?
Oh, you know what? One of the best things about the camp is how many people it brings together. Literally bring together people throughout the world who start the year as just people working the same job and really end the summer 9 weeks, 10 weeks later as people feeling like members of the same family. There's no other job you're going to do that's going to ask you to live with people, eat with people, sleep maybe in the same areas that will involve so much personal interaction as working at a summer camp. Every other job people will do during their lifetime, they leave them at night and go back to their families or their friends or their apartments or their houses, and they come back the next morning. At camp, it is a full-time, 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week, 2 to 3 month job where you learn a lot about yourself and how you interact with other people.
And for the end, could you, what is your advice for the guys that want to take the dream? I mean,
what?
When they want to start a dream, but they are afraid.
Well, I think you you captured it very well. Do not be afraid to take on this adventure. I think when people think about coming to the U.S. or learning English or going outside of their comfort level, it can sometimes be very scary to think about that. But look at how many people we've had who have been very successful on the program, how many camps that are looking to hire people from different countries. And, you know, the greatest thing, the worst thing at any point in your life is having fear hold you back. Because normally what you fear are things that are not really that scary, or you overcome it, or you visit the U.S., or you learn English, and you realize that the things you were scared of, are things that you really can overcome. So, I know people may say, wow, I really want to do this program, but I'm worried about my English, or I'm worried about my skills. Don't. That's for us to help you with. If you've got the sense of adventure, if you want to be part of this, apply, give it a chance, and we'll help you through it.
Yes, of course. So thank you very much, and nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello everybody, this is ITApizaco Radio, and I have the pleasure to stay with Adriana Martinez. Adriana Martinez, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Well, this is part of the staff to Ventur Pipiol, so please tell us about just a little bit of all of this Ventur Pipiol, please.
Thank you. Bueno, we started 10 years ago in Mexico City. We started sending 35 people to the camps in the U.S. and we have grown almost to 350 people last year, and I think probably 450 people this year. And we are now in 8 states of Mexico. We have representatives all over that interview participants, give them information, receive documents, payments, and we send everyone to the U.S. So we're very happy with how things are working for us, how the company is growing. We have the support of CCUSA in the U.S. They are the ones that find a job for our participants, and they're very professional. They are always in touch with them when they are in the camp, seeing that everyone is safe, that the camps are good places for them to be, and that the camps are following the work regulations there. So up to now, we have sent around 1,000 and a little more participants to the U.S. through all these 10 years. We have people that comes every year. We have people that have been to camp for 6 or 7 years, that they have practiced their English, they meet new people there, they make friends, and then they travel with their friends, and they invite them to Mexico. So it's actually an experience that changes your perspective, that changes your life, and that opens a lot of doors for you. It also helps participants with their curriculums, because it's a curriculum activity for universities. When you want to find a job, you have international experience, you have language experience, and a lot of social skills like team building, solving problems, working with responsibility, etc., etc. So it helps the students in a lot of ways, and we have a lot of universities that these days consider our program as part of their practices. For example, tourism universities or gastronomic universities, and also some universities that do education degrees, or for example we have camps that are for people with some disabilities. So these people that studying, for example, rehabilitation or physical therapy, they can go to those camps. So there are camps that are specialized in music, so even people that start studying a music degree in Mexico can go and practice there.
It's really necessary to have special skills to do this job, or I can learn in the transcourse?
Most important is that you have the general skills, that is English, at least 40%, so you can understand what people is saying to you and you can respond. That's the basic. if you have work experience in restaurants, coffees, or hotels, or whatever, work experience is good because now you know what is to work like 8 or 10 hours a day, because there are jobs that takes a lot of responsibility and hardworking people. If you have practiced a sport for many years, you can teach the sport. If you have play an instrument, music, you're doing photography, you're doing design, you can also do those skills at camp. So, I mean, people really have the skills. You just have to look of what you have done, of what you have learned in your life, and from there you can take a lot of good things that you can go and teach at camp. There's people that have been in contact with children, and so that's also a skill, no? Doing voluntary work is also a skill. So it's just to look into whatever you're doing, and you can find a lot of things that you can go and teach on the camps.
Okay, and how many sucursals have in this country?
Support staff? We are, for example, of the 450 people we are sending this year, probably we are sending 100 counselors, and the rest was gonna be support staff. Is because of the English, mainly because there's more people that speak more or less the English, and there are less people that speak very good. But what happens is one time they go as support staff and they help in general in whatever is needed. They learn more English, and then the year they come back, they start practicing sports or doing a skill that they can do as counselor and teach. And then in the next year they go as counselors.
And the last questions. Can you tell us one advice for all the young people to speak English?
Well, I think English is extremely important these days. Even you may not have a career, but you have to know English. It's very, very important and opens a lot of doors for people. So students should be practicing their English and learning in the academies. And I think the best way to really know how to speak English is go travel and speak in the other country. And also the program is about experimenting in the American culture. So in that sense, you learn a lot of things also, and the language and the culture are very linked together. So it's an experience that's really going to help you in those.
Thank you very much, and once again, nice to meet you. And well, this is all on ITApizaco Radio, and I'll be right back.
Bueno, y nos encontramos una vez más en el Centro de Convenciones de Puebla, y hoy tenemos un invitado muy especial para ITApizaco Radio. And what is your name?
Nick Goldman.
Okay, so nice to meet you. And we are going to talk about a little bit about your life. How do you start in this project?
So I started working at Camp Wise actually because I was a camper there for a long time, and then a staff member and a supervisor, and then I moved into a full-time staff role, and we decided that we should start hiring staff from Mexico rather than the Eastern European countries that we had been hiring from before. We think there's a much better work ethic, and the personalities of the people who come from Mexico are really great, so we really like hiring Mexican staff.
Okay, so today you are happy?
Yeah, I'm very happy. I hired 17 staff today, and I'm thrilled with all of them.
So how many people did you contract?
17.
17
people, yep.
Oh my God, it's a lot of people. And tell me, what are the most important that you see in these guys?
So definitely what's most important is just being able to come into our environment and be a positive, happy person who's willing to work as a part of a team. Everything that we do at our camp is team-based. Nobody's ever doing anything just by themselves. So seeing people who are ready to be a part of a team, who are willing to jump at anything they need to do and do it with a smile on their face is really, really valuable for us.
Okay, and you look something specific, like a I don't know, something about their physical, about their skills, about something very, very specific.
So the more experience people have, specifically for us, we hired kitchen staff and housekeeping staff. So the more specific experience they have in those places is, of course, more valuable. But as long as they're willing to be a part of the team and willing to do whatever work needs to be done, sometimes not having any experience is okay. So I don't necessarily think that there's any specific skill that I'm looking for. It's really more about meeting someone and getting to hear about them a little bit and wanting to, decide to bring them on as a part of our team.
Okay, do you have an advice for the rest of the guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think the best advice that I can give to everybody is just to stay positive. There's a ton of camps out there who, although they may not have made it to the fair today, they're definitely still looking for a lot more people. And so they should just stay positive, stay relaxed when you're having an interview and when you're talking to people. I know it's especially hard when there's a language barrier, but as long as you stay calm and be yourself, that's really what's most important.
Okay, and would you like to say something else, like something for the success about your experiences?
Yeah, so this is the second year that we've come down to Puebla to be in the camp fair. The year before that, we hired staff through Skype to be from Mexico through Skype, and we've had tremendous success. We really have had great staff who've come from Mexico, and that's why we keep coming back. That's why last year we hired 14 people, and this year we hired 17, because we're really seeing an awesome work ethic and an awesome group of people down here, so we're continuing to hire more and more people.
Okay, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bueno, pues estamos de vuelta en estas cápsulas de ITApizaco Radio. Tengo el privilegio de estar con Rafael. Bueno, pues él es un alumno del Instituto Tecnológico de Apizaco, así que pues dinos de qué carrera eres, qué semestre y cuál fue tu experiencia aquí en Ventur Pipiol.
Bueno, soy de octavo semestre de la carrera de Ingeniería de Administración. Esta fue una gran experiencia para mí, nueva, porque nunca había hecho entrevistas en inglés o que tengan que ver para conseguir trabajo en otro país. Y me siento muy contento porque me voy de esta feria ya con un contrato firmado, cosa que a lo mejor no todos los que venimos pudimos hacerlo. Me siento muy dichoso de poder haber logrado esto. Y no me queda más que desearles a los que tengan esta ilusión o que gusten hacer esto, que le echen muchas ganas a la escuela, principalmente al idioma, que es base para conseguir algo como es esto, de poder ir a un campamento en Estados Unidos, y que le echen muchas ganas principalmente, pero que luchen igual por sus sueños, y si su sueño es conseguir algo como esto, échenle muchas ganas.
Bueno, pues ya lo escucharon, él es uno de los alumnos del Instituto Tecnológico de Apizaco que orgullosamente obtuvo un contrato. Enhorabuena, felicitaciones, y como bien lo dice, pues no es tarde para que aprendas un idioma, llámese inglés, llámese el idioma que tú quieras. Tienes la oportunidad, aprovéchalo, porque es la base de lo que es la vida real y un futuro pues prometedor para tener un excelente trabajo. Yo soy Dylan y esto es ITApizaco Radio.
Y esto fue todo transmitido desde el Centro de Convenciones de la ciudad de Puebla. Fue una feria donde ustedes pueden aplicar para distintos campamentos y bueno, tener la oportunidad de visitar Estados Unidos.
Así es, y bueno, no te olvides de consultar nuestras redes sociales, puedes encontrarnos en Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google Plus o incluso checar el contenido videográfico que está en la plataforma de YouTube. Esto es el inicio de lo que es un buen año para ITApizaco Radio, así que sintonízanos y hashtag quiero ser ingeniero.
Y hashtag ITApizaco Radio.